quick cards don't have to look like quick cards, and these four are going to prove it. We're starting with one piece of 6x6 pattern paper and turning it into four fabulous cards. Hello, I'm Julia with Julia Sue's Stamping. I'm so glad you're here to spend a little crafty time with me. Thank you. This one sheet wonder all started as a challenge from my team leader at Stampin' Up. Her name is Jackie Bolhuis. She asked us to take this one sheet wonder and run with it, and I had an absolutely fantastic time. I can't wait to share it with you. If you're joining in for the premiere, please hop over into the live chat and say hi. I'd love to know that you're here. And if you're watching the replay, do the same. Leave me a hi in the comments. It's so much fun to see where everyone's joining in from. If you enjoy easy card making ideas that you can use over and over again, please give the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's take this little sheet of 6x6 paper and see how far we can make it go. Hey, this little 6x6 piece of designer series paper has a pretty big job to do because we're going to be getting four cards out of it. And remember, the beauty of this one sheet wonder is that you don't need to have this particular paper. I'm using the beautiful Gallery Designer Series paper. They're already cut into 6x6 pieces, but you could take your favorite paper and cut it into a 6x6 piece if it's a 12x12. That's up to you. And I would use more of a pretty pattern. This kind of piece would still work really fabulous, just depends on what you'd use to decorate your card afterward, as well as something like this. You could use a bold pattern that is flowers or stripes, something fun like that. I don't think I would use something like this. This would not work quite as well for these cards. But on the other side are some gorgeous designs that would be absolutely fabulous. And I love this. I love the colors in it, the fact that it looks like some rich tapestry. So that is what I'm going to be doing. And you can grab any 6x6 piece of pattern paper that you love and use this exact cutting plan that I'm going to share with you. Now, I do have the cutting diagram in my free downloadable PDF tutorial, so you don't have to worry about scribbling down every measurement as we go. The link is down in the video description, so please be sure you check it out and grab the tutorial for your own. We're going to open up our paper trimmer, put the 6x6 piece of paper in, and we're going to make our first cut at 2 inches. So if you have directional paper, you might want to keep that in mind. I would advise non-directional is easiest for this card, this one sheet wonder, but that's up to you. And there is the first cut. All right, so now we have a 2x6 strip. We're going to cut it to be 5¼ inch. So I'm going to put it in at the 5¼ inch and trim it off. This little 3/4 by 2 inch is the only piece we won't be using for these cards. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in my recycling unless you have something you know you could use it for, and that'd be fantastic. This little 2 by 5¼ is for card number 1. So setting that aside. Now we have this piece that's 4 by 6. And you don't want to do anything with this yet. This one piece is going to give us the designer series paper for the other 3 cards. So I'm going to take that 4x6 piece, going to turn it so the 6 inches is at the top. I'm going to cut 2 inches off again. So now I have a piece that is 2x4. This is for card number 2. This 4x4 square is going to give us 2 completely different card layouts. I'm going to cut this 4x4 piece diagonally from corner to corner. So I'm simply putting one edge into the cutting groove and the other edge into the cutting groove. Sometimes with corners, and you cut them, they have a little bit of a problem. So I'm going to start in the middle of the paper with my cutting blade. Go down and then go up so that it's a nice sharp cut. And now we have card number 3 and 4 all ready to go. Now that the cutting is done, the rest of this card and this one sheet wonder is going to come together really easily. I have 2 basic white card bases that have been cut to be 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4.25. And then I have 2 of them that have been cut to be 4 inches by 5.25. We're going to fold all of them on the score line with the bump going into the center and give them a good burnish with the bone folder. Your card bases don't need to be basic white. Use whatever color you want that will go with your pattern paper. For each one of these cards, I also cut a basic white layer that's 4 inches by 5.25. Now you could absolutely just use these layers as they are, and you could choose any color you want that goes again with your patterned paper. There's one easy thing that we can do that's going to help make our cards look like we spent a whole lot more time on them. To add some texture. I embossed all 4 of these basic white layers using the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. And I love using a bigger folder because I could put 2 of these pieces in and emboss them at the same time. That helps save some time. I love that embossed background because there's quite a bit of white space on these cards. This texture helps keep that white space interesting without competing with our patterned paper. Now we get to see these 4 designer series paper pieces start to become cards. So I referred to my cutting diagram and I'm going to position these pieces on the embossed piece of basic white layer. I'm going to use the multi-purpose liquid glue to adhere mine. You can use whatever adhesive you prefer. You can certainly use the seal if you'd rather. I like the liquid glue because I can get it right exactly where I want it with just a second or 2 of wiggle room. And I have a really easy trick for you. And this is how we're going to make this designer series paper pop without cutting 4 different mats. I cut a few strips of basic black into 11 by 1/4 inch strips. And we're going to use these instead of measuring exactly how long every single one of these needs to be. We're going to simply adhere it right along the edge of our designer series paper. So I'm going to use just a little bit of the liquid glue, set it down, and put this strip right up. You can also put it over the edge of it if you want. I like to put it right up to it. Set it down, and using my detail scissors, I'm going to trim it off. And it's perfect. It looks so pretty and really adds a nice pop of color, don't you think? We snipped off the excess there, and it's so easy to do. I especially love this trick on the diagonal pieces. There's no figuring, no strange measurements, and no trying to create a perfectly sized map for that triangle. Once your pattern paper, your designer series paper, and those black strips are in place, we're going to adhere them to the card bases. I have some that I'm going to use as portrait style, and that's these 4¼ by 11. Personally, I'm going to go ahead and make this one go that way, card number 1. You can do whatever you want with yours. You can have them all be portrait style or all be landscape. I like to have them be different. And I just think it helps make it feel like there's more variety in it. If you want to have a little tip here, when you're using something that is embossed and you put some glue on it, I simply turn over the card, rubbing it with my bone folder to help get that adhered even better. This piece I'm going to have go as a landscape card. So I'm going to use one of those 5½ by 8½ pieces and have that be the card base for this one. Just a little bit of adhesive in the corners, and then I connect it and then get a little in the middle. Putting it down here. Beautiful. I'm going to have one of these triangle pieces be a portrait style card also. Getting the glue on it and putting it on the other 4¼ by 11-inch piece. Now I'm going to burnish the back really well with my bone folder. And at this point, basically, our one sheet wonder has done its job. Everything's ready to go, and we decorate our cards any way that we like. Now you get to make these cards your own. Whatever greetings, stamps, dies, colors, and embellishments you want to add, you just keep them simple, or you can dress them up to do something completely different with every single one of them. My words are from the Scalloped Blooms set, and I use the boutique blossoms for all these gorgeous flowers, both the die cuts and the stamps. It's so fantastic. The basic layer just couldn't be easier. But once it was decorated, it doesn't look like a quick card, does it? That large happy birthday greeting is simply part of the focal point, along with that cute little black bow and a little bit of sparkle. Now look how differently that 2x4 piece looks. We turned that one to a landscape card, and I placed the pattern vertically along the right side, adding those black strips along the edges, of course, because that's what we were doing with this. We have a large coral flower with some Lost Lagoon foliage here, and tucked that scalloped greeting underneath. This designer series paper is still a very important part of the card, but now it's acting almost like a backdrop for that focal point. Now we're getting to our triangles. And for this portrait card, I placed one of those diagonal pieces toward the lower left. That diagonal automatically gives this card movement, so I played right into it with this floral arrangement. I added the larger flowers, some stamped leaves, a black bow, and then broke the "Your kindness means so much" greeting into separate little pieces over the DSP. There's quite a bit going on with this card, but that simple diagonal piece is still what started the whole design. And please remember that the designer series paper on this one was the other half of that same 4x4 square. This time, we went landscape with that designer series paper filling up the upper left-hand corner. That basic black strip really emphasizes the diagonal, doesn't it? I kept the embellishing a little simpler with "Have a good day" greeting, a little coral flower, some of the Lost Lagoon foliage with the die cuts, and that's exactly why I love this one sheet wonder. So before I show you all four of the cards together, I have one other little detail to share with you. And you don't have to do this, but I like to have the inside of my cards have a little something that ties them to the outside of the card. And for every single one of them, I cut a 3 by 3 1/4 by 5 basic white panel, and I matted it onto a 1/8 inch larger, so it's 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 basic black. You use whatever colors go with your card. And then I added a 1/2 inch by 5 inch strip of coordinating paper all along the basic white panel. And I did that on all four of the cards. Now that's completely optional, but that little strip of designer series paper really helps carry the design right into the inside of the card and gives it a nice finished look. So here we are with all four of the cards. Just look at all of these gorgeous cards together. We have two portrait style cards. We have two landscape style cards, and four completely different layouts, four completely different finished designs. Simply use the cutting plan and then make it yours, because quick cards absolutely do not have to look like quick cards. And that is what one piece of 6 by 6 pattern paper can do. 4 cards, one simple cutting plan, and endless possibilities, all depending on what papers, inks, stamp sets, embellishments you decide to use. Thanks so much for spending some crafty time with me today. I'm so glad you were here. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day and that you have a chance to get inky. Bye.